So let's talk our playthrough this time. I imagine it was quite different playing it as an older man as we are now, with slower reaction speeds. And I've got to be honest with you up front, because I scummed the out of this. I mean, I'm covered in a dense layer of scum and slime and save points. I will send an image of my my downloads to this. Hang on, wait. About the game, just to clarify.
My porn, no!
No! Yeah, because I actually played this in browser because the future is a thing. It meant I could hook it up with my correctly placed, where are they? Where are they? There they are. Thumbsticks. That was backwards on the camera. And I could play it with an Xbox control. And this was to the likes of Stu. He let me know that we could play this in browser to up to, I think the GameCube games now you can actually play in browser. But I had to save later on to almost all the jumps. I was disgusted in myself.
It's saving a jump at a time.
It was. It got so annoying at some of the hard bits.
One small leap for Haz.
It was. One small bound for Crash Bandicoot. It lost its fun at some points, I will say, because of that. Because I was having to like save and then load the save in the browser. So what about you? How did you play?
Very aggressively. I can't say I've ever beat this game before. Like, I don't think I ever beat it as a kid because I just like other games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I smashed the fuck out of this. I started playing it the other day, and then I lost the save, and then I started again, and I got through it in like nearly 3 hours. I did what we PC gamers call W keying, which is I just held forward.
Yeah,
and
just
I was
go.
Like, I am getting through this. I beat the stuff like the ball running thing in like first try, stuff like that. It's like I ain't fucking with this. But I played it on this handy dandy little Anbernic 350.
Look at that.
It looks way dirtier than it is. It was good. It played really well, and I was really impressed with it. I think I saved at one point because it started jittering in like one area, and I was really worried it was going to crash out.
All right, puns.
Unintentional. But it was really good. This is courtesy of Retro Dodo on YouTube. So thank you so much, Brandon, for that.
Yeah,
it is
wonderful man.
Serving me well.
Do you think it translated to handheld better than it would do on modern screens?
I think so, yeah. Because the screen on this thing is quite small. So it definitely lent itself to that because obviously CRTs were really low quality. And it was, you know, the pixel density was non-existent. So
no.
This is really good because it condenses it down. It makes it look how you remember it, kind of thing. Yeah. Like if you know, not remembering it through rose-tinted glasses. It was just really good overall.
But I want to talk about mechanics. What mechanics got you jibbing and jabbing and jiving, Jordan? That's a lot of J's.
Jumping on things.
Yes.
Jumping. Another J.
Yep.
Running. Spinning, and that's it. I think that's about it.
There's not a lot of mechanics. It is quite simple. It reminds me a lot of another game that was spoken about earlier, and it was on one of our earlier YouTube videos, which is Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's kind of like they took Sonic and took Mario and were like, now kiss. Which you can find on the internet, I'm sure. I'm sure Shark Select have come across that. Rule 34 somewhere.
Yeah.
You got the mask power up, which lets you have a shield, which is kind of like the superstar or the shield. And I like how you build up the layers, like I said earlier. So you go up through the different layers of mask. If you wear 2 masks and you get hit once, do you still have the mask? I can't remember.
You still have 1 mask, yes.
Okay, so you have like the red and blue feathered one, and then you get the yellow and red, right? Okay, cool. I actually really like the design of the mask from like a visual standpoint because of how angular it is, but also because there's nothing else that has that high contrast and hue red and blue. So you always know what it is. No matter how far it is in the distance coming in a box, you can always see that it's one of the shield masks.
Yes, exactly. That's really, really good. The design on it is surprisingly really good. Yeah. Like down to like going into labs or going through like a forest or going through like built up wooded areas like or a massive gate. It's just, it all flows really well and nothing feels out of place despite being a game about a like sentient marsupial, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It all feels like it's meant to be in the world, whereas Sonic can be a bit disjointed in places.
Yeah, you kind of like, who built this big loop-de-loop in the middle of this wood?
Yeah, exactly.
I will say that playing it on a big screen had some problems with the art style. And I don't know if maybe you didn't notice this on a smaller screen because of how objects will have looked, but I was mistiming jumps really, really badly. But sometimes I couldn't tell if a platform was a distance away or if it was at the same level. So sometimes I was jumping and I was missing it because it was actually you just had to walk forward.
Yeah, I didn't come across that much, but
Okay.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I think there was one level where it was in like, I forget what it was called now. It's like you're in like a dark tomb kind of thing and you're jumping across like stone pillars and stuff.
That was the same one for me, yeah.
Jumping into the background was definitely hard.
Yeah.
And jumping into the foreground, but jumping side to side, it wasn't too bad.
No, that seemed fine. A lot of the times when you're jumping sideways, the level was orientated in a way that it wasn't diagonal jumps. You can diagonally jump, which is weird when you think about it like that. But most of the time when you went sideways, it was just a straight direction, wasn't it? So that you didn't fall off, which was kind of nice. If you hesitate a jump, you are f***ed. Like if you think, oh, I'm not gonna make it, and you pull back, you are absolutely f***ed. It is as dodgy as Koala Kong's legs, as I have put there. Editor, pull up that, zoom, enhance. You can see his legs when he like does this weird shuffly thing sideways. And I also have a problem that, and I understand why they do it, that when you spin, you can whap away your wumps. Because I kept doing it, and I was like, my wumps! It just like, I was shooting them off and shooting extra lives away. Annoying.
Shooting my wumps. My wumps, no!
My wumps! How did you find smashing crates? Because I will go on record to say this is one of the most satisfying crate smashing games, second only to Dark Souls.
I will allow it. I will allow that.
Will you say on tier?
On tier. On
tier?
par.
On par? That's the word. I know golf.
I would say so. I do also really like, do you know the ones with the lines down them that you can bounce on multiple times?
Yes, and you go.
I feel like in the bonus levels, when you bounce on them, or I can't remember if it's those or like the standard crates where you just bounce, bounce, bounce. It sounds like they're saying bouncy when you break them.
Yeah, boom, dip, boom. Yeah, it does. It's got like quite a nice like cadence to it. Yeah, and I do like when you do like if you're bouncing on one of the bouncy ones between a vertical thing that it goes up in pitch as you do it. It goes
exactly.
Yeah. So you can like time it
10 times each.
Is it 10? I didn't count, but I presumed it was going to be 10 because it was way more than like the requisite 5. Yeah, and I can't count higher than 5, so I stopped there.
Joke's on you. I can't read.
Yeah, haha. I do like the box stacking timing puzzles, if you remember those, which is like when you've got dynamite with an extra life and then like a steel box and you've got to like smash the middle one.
I see where Minecraft got their ideas from.
Not saying the copying, but also I'm not saying these guys copied from Mario with their turtles and they're bouncing on the shells, and you get the point. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I found that going diagonally, like on a lot of other old games, increases the velocity of the character quite a lot.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's really weird. I'd never tried to, but I've heard that about a lot of other games in the past. I'm gutted I didn't remember. I'll give it a try after this. I gotta get the speed of light. Ah!
Next section, Jordan. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
This style of game. So most of this game focuses on forward momentum, which is weird because in my mind, it doesn't feel like I spent that much of it running forward. It was like nicely separated between side scrolling and running towards the camera with stuff like Boulder Run. But I was surprised when I got to side scrolling. Were you?
Kind of, yeah. It does feel like it limits the game a little bit in parts because it is quite a... you wouldn't think it. It's quite a robust system, really, and a way of playing it. They've done a lot with it. Despite it being such a simple process of playing it. But yeah, running left to right just seemed weird, especially in the later levels, and it swapped back and forth too. It's crazy.
Yeah, there was one particular section in a later level, and I think it was one of the... I think it was Generator Room. It was one of the levels on Island 3 at least, like the one with all the hot pipes, that sort of stuff. There was a bit where there was an elevator going up, and you had to like get past the hot pipes as it was going to push you into them. And it expected you at one point to move towards the screen. So like there was 2 lifts like that and you had to walk towards, and it completely caught me off guard. And it's the only point in the game where that happens.
I know exactly which part you're talking about. I remember that part. Because there's a part where you got to jump over the pipes. There's a bit where you got to walk off of it so you don't like fall, like hit when you're jumping. And you got to walk towards the camera. There's a bit with a staircase, and it's like, oh, the staircase. So I went to jump, and I was like, oh no, that's in the foreground. Just like,
Yeah,
ha, oh, fucking straight down.
Oh, and those like spinny little lift things, if you fall down, it like sets them all back and you've got to like hit them to put them back to jump up like that.
Every one of those, first try somehow.
Really nice.
First try. I was like, I am a god. I am the thing these people worship.
I am Aku Aku. Udabaga, dun dun dun. Also, a quick note of the girlfriend being in the bonus stage. Why is she there? I thought he was going to save her.
Why is she so sexualized?
Very sexy. I mean, sexualized.
Like, put up an, like, maybe please, put up an image of what Tawna looks like in the PS1 game, and then put up what she looks like in the, like, Crash It's About Time or whatever. And then, I just want more to see if you've got any more hands that'll appear.
I don't know what else I'm raising.
I'm wondering if there's, she's just so sexualized. Why?
Tiny pants, very long legs.
Crash has got to have a big ass dick.
Yeah, like, huge you know swinging wallet.
Are they the only two like anthropomorphic marsupials? You know what I mean? She drew the short straw.
She did, yes, she definitely did.
She got the one that is definitely brain damaged.
Crash dying from one hit. I've got to say, he wouldn't have been the best general for an army.
No, he wouldn't, would he?
No.
At least all the other bosses, like, fuck. No, of course. Wait, what are the other ones? One of them's a rat, isn't he? Is he? That's a
Pinstripe
rodent, not a marsupial.
Potteroo.
Yeah,
that guy. Oh, well, we'll get... Actually, that's a good place to move on, because we'll get on to our bosses in just a moment. As we talk about visuals and sound next.